Ebusabisa ma kwa babi no ba Amanyosem dwumadie so fa etosu mienu ye ni yewra Emmanuel Wilson no pani kwakyerefo da so ye nhya ba so mo kuti akanka no pro ni dream ye crusaders against corruption na ene nkoma ye die ne fa akanka no pro ni dream ho na uyi se eseye ma na ye se bo ho ka se sika ke betimi dia to at least hospital bills go ama emofra incubators betimi dia to, but we are spending on in the name of fighting against corruption. Meanwhile, we are not making any progress. You are well said, and you may more do more.
Major Suminia.
Upon me, dear.
Yamiadum no more.
The share chapa.
Yes, we for those.
Oh, yenina.
I am a condo, Semeba Best Ramon, and so.
You man does. I know what I'm managing about your phone. First one, the simple question. Survey Abba since last 2 weeks. Economic Intelligence Unit from UK, they made mention of corruption. Say government is not doing well about corruption. For that matter, it's going to contribute. If there's any defeat awaiting the government, it's going to contribute to the defeat of this party in 2024 election. Sanso and a global analytic, global info analytics from Ghana for most survey about say about 66% of Ghanaians said the government is not fighting, neither the government is fighting against corruption or corruption perception here they from Kwana Kosoro. First of all, from your general view about this survey, and the Wankasa Koswa would do any home, do you believe this assertion by two agencies say indeed corruption is on the high?
Well, Mamindas and I'm share with you for Mincha Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana. Across board, across the country, almost and those watching online near the Maminchubia. Research and I saw via Babeto J when news, any news cry. Legally, I say the fact speaks for itself. Idea day in, day out, you see it. Any news. True survey na Babeto J, the kind also almost say 2024 elections, you know, it will be determined by corruption. Sure. Indeed, 2020 elections, largely it was determined by corruption. 2016 elections, largely it was determined by corruption. Indeed, this Fourth Republic here, there hasn't been any general elections that corruption plays significant role in terms of decision making than 2016 elections. Sure. In the 2016, it was a strong one. 2020, about form kakra. But the truth is, 2024, a bit stronger than 2016. A bit stronger than 2016 because there's a reawakening of the conscience or consciousness of the people. A far effect of corruption. Majority of Ghanaians are day in, day out beginning to realize the effect of corruption. Corruption goes beyond partisanship. And corruption is any party colors. And corruption is so dangerous. It goes beyond generation. Okay. It is a committee corrupt act and now. Ninsun sansono and affecting ya Yembani, your great grandchildren, Krabeba Binya, the effect of unborn generation, Babinya that effect. Obviously, in this past years, Claire said, the awakening of people, after the effect of corruption, is so high. Into 2024, the issue of corruption, plays significant role. The other one, a report about I'll say 60-something% of Ghanaians. Sure, yeah. I say Ghanaian, as far as they are concerned, we are not fighting corruption. Corruption is a perception, largely a perception. And until so share indices, they christen it as perception index. The way and manner nipa the commitment of the fight. And no nebema nipa enyasa conviction is ye fight it and now we are not fighting it. It is a create a wrong perception. A clear say you tell the people and say you are not committed to the fight against it. O create the right perception. A clear indication say who communicated to the people and say you are fighting corruption. Fi 2020 aye to abewie In fact, 2016 I year 2 abawie. 2020 abanso I year 2 year. Consistently, no. Ghana and the leadership of Ghana no doesn't create the right perception. Say you're fighting corruption. I am not surprised. Say over 60% of Ghanaians, per the research, say the fight against corruption, we are not committed to it. Okay. I have some practical examples. Okay. Your corruption, it comes in so many forms. They be say bribery, a example of corruption. They toss to be a friend of nepotism. Nepotism and also a form of corruption. A form of corruption. Okay. Look, some year po this Fourth Republic, a ban in nepotism. The current government seems to be the worst. A fact. Na se obana akase opese okun corruption. Na wo action say you endorse corruption. Who deep-seated that perception? Say you are not committed to the fight against corruption.
A show be crowd or corrupt in crime, so
onye. So the foundation of the appointments from 2016-2020, it created that strong perception. Say the leaders are not even committed to the fight against corruption. Okay, that is one. Remember another example. Say you fight corruption are two things: laws and institutions. Okay. In Ghana, you will be a friend of anti-corruption institutions and our bodies. IOCO, a example. SHRAJ, a example. Ghana Police, a example. Specifically CID, CID department, a example. Special Prosecutor's Office, a example.
Attorney
General, a example. Sa anti-corruption institutions and our bodies say we no. See they make the kind. Fighting corruption, a perception. Okay. And if you are able to tell people say we need a suggest say we are committed to the fighter, build some perception in people, they come to believe say we are fighting corruption. Now, who institution be to say SHRAJ, IOCO, Special Prosecutor's Office. Now, me depends to say in your prelim no, o pass through some of the vision, mission, mandates of Special Prosecutor's Office. Now, our office is a Special Prosecutor's Office. Now, right from its inception, an institution like Crusaders Against Corruption Ghana, it has members across the country. Members across the country. As we speak, Crusaders operate its student wing in 7 tertiary institutions.
Wow, across the country.
Across the country. 7. Everything we communicate to our members across the country. Student wing, we communicate to them. Regional wing, we communicate to them. At the national level, we communicate to them. General members, we communicate to them. Not such an institution, and that's just an example I remember, such an institution. You to me, I submitted your initial investigation. I submitted 4 different petitions. Okay. To the Office of the Special Prosecutor, right from time Beto established here. 1 under Mr. Martin Amidu. Okay. In fact, 2 under Mr. Martin Amidu. No, sorry, 1. And then 3 under the current Special Prosecutor. Mr. Martin Amidu DA, yede koye be say a week or so. Ano otro ye letter on one or sign say we acknowledge receipts.
What was it about?
So Mr. Martin Amidu DA was on Metro Mass. Okay. Bus transit. Okay. Information be ayenyaye. Initial documents ni ade ayenyaye e suggested say purchasing be taking place no of buses no. It didn't pass through proper structures.
Okay.
And it was, we saw initially, we were able to identify some acts of corruption. But of course, Crusaders Against Corruption, yeah, national institution, as in under government. You introduced us right. Yeah, outside government. Yeah. We don't even have the powers to prosecute.
Sure.
Then say the anti-corruption institutions in Ghana. You take the pain to go through, gather the necessary information, initial investigation. Now, if you who say engineer so kakra wo honoma, now if you forward it e dia ma.
Jamana mukuta tu me no montuaso.
Into montuaso. E fekeke. Yejuma ye no yenko aban ho nkancha aban say my 1 cedi na 2 cedi mfanye yejuma. Ghana ho donti. Ya na push yama say montuaso. We got an acknowledgement letter. Say, okay, we acknowledge receipt. Mobeti yenka. That was under Mr. Martin Amidu. Basine. That was all. Yes, send other petitions. Recent one, Yampo. One I submitted my special prosecutor on allegations via Kennedy Japan, Emeki, regarding the chief of staff. Sika omodi charter flight edema adwasa for the buy
120,000 Ghana.
120,000 and 120,000 no and sika or them according to Kennedy Japan chief of staff the man say onfa nkoma adwasa for and you different from sika omodi charter flight.
Okay.
Edema adwasa for the buy.
Okay.
Ticket chief of staff take ye edema Kennedy Japan Henry Cote roads minister. So omo fanfa flight embra. No mo fambra no mo be join omo colleagues for parliament. No mo to aba on the e-levy. We did a search and we realized say ya dream mu ntene yen papa. Sa sika ya bobo yi aban sika. Ana if chief of staff ni bottom. Say aban sika budget ben ana ya approve ye say sa sike yemfa charter flight emfa mobi so onfa mbra onipa yetua neka as member of parliament yetua neka deda na ono akwakwa ni personal thing wa abrochire say aban sika den ye use aban sika say yemfa charter flight emfa masa onipa nembra ye petition edema special prosecutor in the month of February. March, April muni nyame aduma next week you call May 3 months or so. Just a letter cry acknowledging receipts.
And buy.
You can 3 weeks after you submit a petition, you sign official letter every Monday, chief special prosecutor's office. Say your petition you submit you share in himself ubeka bibia chere. Besine. Original petition he has not even acknowledged receipt. Reminder, yes, sign send day and also acknowledge receipt. Now, see them all these things, you communicate to your members. What are you telling? And the members are all Ghanaians. What are you telling Ghanaians? The Okache Ghanaians say you don't even have that commitment to the fight against corruption. It is only our commitments who created that impression in the minds of people. Say, oh, those institutions, no, we don't even have any decision. Look, Metro Mass, after submitting a copy to Special Prosecutor's Office, you submitted 1 copy. Edema Yoko. Say, so these 2 institutions, no, working on it. Send Mekai, Martinami don't put your acknowledge receipts. Iyoko, anunsu besine. Metro Mass Assembly is over 3 years.
Sure. But according to a year Office of Special Prosecutor, a corruption league or much say Iyoko is one of their critical state institutions that they are all going to team up to work against corruption.
So you see, and this is the personal, look, the fundamental duty in fighting corruption. This corruption league, what is it supposed to do? At the end of the day, everybody say institution when they are more corrupt, institution when they are institution when they are. Is that what we need? No. What we need is investigation and prosecution. Special Prosecutor's Office, DBC, how many cases no prosecuted?
We Martina Midua no prosecuting Mahama Ayare. Mahama Ayariga on a ambulance or so didn't the Abohua. I don't cry court of truth our case now.
Into what is Special Prosecutor's Office doing? My main chair BB say fighting corruption power. Just to buttress the point, say truly we are not fighting corruption as of mine. 2016, 2020, this government, they truly in 2016, see them kind. One of the things are a determined the elections has to do with corruption. Over 2016 manifesto of the NPP, they came out clearly with 9 solid policies.
Okay.
Kasi so mu winning 2016 na. These are policies some be implemented. Michelle said in fighting corruption, two things: institutions and laws, and our policies. Mature the attitudes of the institutions. Yeah, can laws now. 9 different laws and our policies are a war 2016 MPP manifesto mu, the same thing 2020 MPP manifesto mu. Yen bisa ya say out of this 9, I know to me I implemented. The kind. First one. I see there's going to be the passage of a fiscal responsibility law.
Fiscal responsibility, yes, law. Expenditure.
To bring comprehensive accountability, transparency, and stability to the budget process.
So, we say, family and accountable bekoso, a bank, a masika yede man, so ya hold no, kuntabu papa bekoso.
2016, 2020, 2022.
Yeah.
The checks made by Crusaders Against Corruption suggest, say, as we speak, there's no bill that has been brought before Parliament.
As so from 2017, basically 2022, yes, I'm running on some Parliament in the Sasha Sena by Yamra, Nashe, Aman Kuntaboma Party, my cost in the Yanfanko.
They are to be. Second, amend the Public Financial Management Act 2016, Act 921, to establish a fiscal council.
The fiscal council, Mra or Honumwa, and India or my Ghana, Yako Mesika, kind of saying expenditure, Yakoto Bibiano, more Bayan Sacraium, at the council Benono.
Fiscal council.
Fiscal council, now I said, but your common, a baby says, Sikabia, Yako baby, I'm a transfer her baby, scanner, Connie,
yeah, check. No bill has been brought before Parliament for consideration.
Okay. So, every seen a month fast, and she be uncle to Parliament to say, and to Nyamra.
3. We are going to enhance revenue mobilization, and the aim is to shift the focus of economic management from taxation to production by reducing some taxes and abolishing others.
Say, ye be say, ye be pa kwan nua say nyina so ama eto a yegege ma omano. Ya nya sika dodo de aba omano bran. Ye be hwe say ye betwe ye ho afiri eto agege ye ho. Nemom ye be bie nwuma a edi sika be omano.
What does the reality tell us?
When this is one factory.
Are we doing production?
That's another.
Have we moved from production? I mean, have we moved from taxation to production? Or we are moving from production to taxation? As we speak, revenue mobilization, one of the key things in revenue mobilization, and they say, Uber expanded the tax base and our tax net, as we call it. What it means, they say, there's a law in there which talks about payment of property. We call it property tax. There's a law. In our jurisdiction, be nas and Crawford, you nipa 20. Now Crawford 20 na they have properties. It means almost 20 in it is almost taxes. Expansion of the tax net means say ene o check your books na you nipa 10 penny to you should find proactive way. Ubema other 10 na aka no. That is what it is.
E-levy.
E-levy is not taxation. And e-levy is not about expansion of the tax net. Tax net means laws, existing laws are what did that. ube make sure say obi bia ti so tua bia no di so
okay say property rate obi of poly bia
exactly ebetua
okay
enti when you fail and say property rate nipa kakra bi pe ne tua na me need any proactive way to ensure some more can betua and until let me go and quickly pass what we call introduce a new tax called e-levy. That is not revenue mobilization. That is not the expansion of the tax net. What it means is it is just a lazy way of doing it. What you are saying is you
are just introducing new taxes.
Exactly. And on that one, even that one, the revenue mobilization, they have fallen short on that. 4. See the promotion of accountability and effective democracy through local governance. The aim is to oversee the election of MMDCs in 2 years of coming into office. This was 2016. Basically, 2016. I'm casting in 2 years' time. So not just 2020, 16, 17, 2018. It is in common yes idea way. And this was what was in the manifesto. It is a way of fighting corruption, even at the local level. Now, so Omoba office, what they rather decided to do is that we will introduce partisanship into it. And no Crawford, even Crusaders Against Corruption, supported the original one. We need to have election of MMDCs, but it shouldn't be on a partisan
government president nominee going to pay money like who or jobbing.
That's right. That's right.
Set that case in question before a year special prosecutor, but we are yet to hear anything because we are told say you're inviting number cry. Your money date, your money time or appear.
I can say on authority said nothing will happen out of that case. As long as it is at special prosecutor's office, BBI I'm telling you, mark your net down. Nothing will come out of it. Indeed, if there's anyone so say special prosecutor, something good will come from that office now. That person should go and sleep. It's just a waste of time. Nothing will come out of that. Okay. Now, into also based on MMDC elections. This time, they rather decided say include partisanship. And they say, so the partisanship will that fight against corruption for which you want us to have MMDCs elected? No, off. We thought they will just go back to their original way and say MMDC should be elected. Basically, ambassador from 2016, 2018, 2018, 19, 20, 21, 2022. Nothing has happened to it. That is the 4th promise. A war manifesto.
2016 manifesto.
In fighting corruption. They are thought to be in 5. To put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker. Legislative reforms to tackle corruption. The aim will be to establish or the establishment of the office of the special prosecutor.
Say be ma kankane proyenyi hini. Yeba ma say enyo bi kura kono. Yeba say yeba ba asue ya obeye kwadubo for sronko a obekwatia kankane proyenyi.
As we speak, special prosecutor's office almost established
in 2018
and almost established here. Question ABC when they say a special prosecutor's office working the way we want them to work now. And now I know kasi yenya 2 officers, Mr. Martin Amidu and the current one. Omu nyina aba beka. Say 2 sir, it is say the mom nom di ejuma no. They don't have the tools. Martin Amidu kai. Current special prosecutor, I can the same thing. I no kra onya opportunity e beka complaining say budget cry ye the man no.
Yes sir.
Until the office has been established, but it is more or less the bro focusing a white elephant. Sebi, I say Kramaya, Yadua baby see what say guard the house. And so Osia will numina ye tutuni nephew into some fast one say. Again, legislative reforms to tackle corruption. The other one, aside the special prosecutor's office, the other one they said they were going to do is that they are going to amend the Public Officers Act 1998 to ensure an effective asset declaration regime.
Omo kwa besisa Ghana mrana ehye obi bia so be ya ba adwumani a o so o kire waja pade no omo besisem Bobi atimi akire na japade o wa ansakra no abesumo man.
Ye check. As we speak from 2016 BC na ye kasa. There's no bill that has been laid before parliament.
Okay.
The sixth one, to put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker, attitudinal change through public education on anti-corruption. The aim will be to resource NCCE to undertake public education on the negative effects of corruption canker.
Si epesi tu kanka na pro no dwiri mu ase a e wo se afa kwa anuasa nyina so ne kyerɛkyerɛ Ghana for border rochro mo nwe hu behia so mbetwo mo free kanka na pro no dwiri mu ani nti no ye bema oman Ghana adwumaku o mo na mo kyerɛ o mamba pa asede National Commission for Civic Education abosa da wuro no.
From 2017 basically 2021. Indeed, 2021 year last time I check, your last check I make here. It is clear a budget echo NCC, no. There hasn't been any significant increment. And that is why our former boss, Madam Nkrumah, Josephine Nkrumah, on one of our platform, a complaining here, say NCC, this government seems to have abandoned NCC. On one two ninum okaye, and check people in parliament, MPP people, including Kennedy Japan Army Amitain voice, descended on this woman heavily. Even says this woman was appointed by a different government. Until the woman is doing the bidding of a different government or a different party. I mean, so if you get people making this kind of utterances, what perception are you creating in the minds of Ghanaians? Say, Ampa, you are committed to the fight. And you know, say, Anche, and I'm a appointment, yes, it's a Wi-Fi NCC one. Because it was virtually like, like ne commitment, you know. I said frustration was taking place.
You can't complain.
You can't complain. That's the sixth one. Seventh, to put in place anti-corruption measures in order to curb the canker. One, strengthening the institutions of state that work to curb corruption and ensure accountability.
Ebesha omanga na nyumaku ahodo a omo na kutia kanka ne projure ebesha omo kana ebesha omo den no matimi aye adwumade akwati kanka ne proye na kuntabuo mapaso atimi akoso. Ye
bisa yan ho say we have all those institutions and I may mention those institutions nenso no. Question e bisa yan say how have they failed? And ejuma ben no matimi aye. Iyoko complaining. Special prosecutor complaining. You can say Shraj, complaining. Even, of course, CID, Ghana police, because of security, until you won't see them or you won't hear them talking. But what shows? Say they are working and they are fighting corruption.
Does it make sense for Ghana as a country? Those say enemy say corruption perception cost indeed corruption cost we still need to spend this huge sum of money because over 2018 budget allocation, 2019 budget allocation, 2021, 2022 budget allocation, we are getting closer to 1 billion Ghana cedis to the office of the special prosecutor. Yet we are yet to prosecute any corrupt cases and even to retrieve a mobile phone or even a tissue paper. Does it make sense? Ghana ekoswa a true scarcity fighting against corruption.
Obi bi obaka cho say opeso of fighting corruption. Na sa onipa akono onwe mu oni the commitment to uphold the laws of this country. So onipa akono oye liar. And to say you believe in.
I 26 said the president have not shown commitment per one kasane personal example.
I just read the research finding of Crusaders based on manifesto promises, presidents na any policies are also oba. And these are public documents. Policies in their manifesto, 2016 manifesto, 2020 manifesto. Obi bia or ye committed biano. Mon cover those manifestos no. Na mon tease out issues on corruption. Na mon find it out in Pempenso Ayedu. These are policies that are supposed to go to parliament. How many years now? Over 5 years now. Apart from special prosecutor's office here establishing, I know Krampo Ababe white elephant, you know. Nothing. There seems to be no commitment to any of this. But you see, and I make us say, gradually people are becoming awakened into issues of corruption. You know, gradually Ghanaians are beginning to hate it. And that is why 2024, yempo, a major determinant for omwa, it is say, omu leading. Mami Chio Bibi, in 2020, 2020 report, Integrity Initiative, Ghana Integrity Initiative report.
Yeah.
Almost say Ghana, averagely, you lose $3 billion to corruption annually. $3 billion to corruption annually.
I say, Afibia, America's cano or pay me and san. So far, no, a year per NCD dollar rate in one. We are talking about 24 billion Ghana cedis every year.
Into 24 billion Ghana cedis every year. That is what we are losing to corruption. Or the young fan impo say Ghana dollar cedi in year 7. Into the yen say 21 billion. Which obviously is more than 21. But the yen say 21 billion. 21 billion Ghana cedis. Last year, Eta Tigo, Omoko Echumampunua district, I could see 6 units classroom block. Edema district.
Community.
Free, community free. 6 units classroom block, well furnished. Plus headmaster's office, well furnished. Into a building in Kwa. Na chairs,
staff
say chop blackboard, say marker board, headmaster no office, and also a You know how much it cost to them?
No.
600,000
Ghana cedis.
Okay. You divide 21 billion. Say corruption, you 21 billion. Into the, but in reality, it is more than 21 billion. But the infant says CD Ghana, CD dollar rate, you can say 7 cedis, 21 billion Ghana cedis divided by 600.
Number of schools ebe building.
Ebe building 21 billion. Into 21
billion, no, boni bebre zeros no boni bebre.
Zeros near 9. 21 billion divided by 600. 1, 2, 3. 600,000. We are looking at 35,000.
35,000 6-unit classrooms.
35,000 6-unit classrooms.
And we still have our case study under trees.
Under trees. So you see the effect of corruption. And I'm going to say, corruption in Sunsan, it goes beyond generation. Because say we could see classroom block. Sorry, we could see classroom block. Oh baby. In Kole Bebano, minim ebusia, family tree, because ni great grandfather ba akupe enya akwenya ko school no. Ese sa family ni na omo ye kan say omo destiny. Enti 36,000 classrooms, 6-unit classroom block in a year. You bet me, not just say in a year and you fight corruption. You bet me eradicate schools under trees within 1 year. Young Konkobo be saying, baby. Are you getting it?
Sure.
Konkobo be saying, baby. The fundamental problem in the fight against corruption in Ghana here, a 1992 constitution. Particular reference to the executive. Say, our constitution, our president, in the person of Nipa Baakope, I appointed almost everything and almost every person. It will be difficult to fight corruption. Iyoko boss, why they appointing no?
President.
Special prosecutor, why they appointing no?
President.
IGP, why they appointing no?
President.
Shraj, why they appointing no?
President.
Attorney General, why they appointing no?
President.
Say, wo, make me appoint wa. Your number one allegiance will be to the appointment agency and authority. Enti, se me na me president, na me appoint wa. Na ma appoint another person. For instance, president appoint to a special prosecutor. Na Crusaders, the petitioner base special prosecutor, investigate chief of staff. Akokodro be na benya de ayisa de. What did they make her say? And that is why Crusaders Against Corruption, ye applauded the late Atta Mills. And bra or shas ye a year this Constitutional Review Commission. Omo report ye di beto odwa. The time I did report, ye submitted reports. BCNE. We've had 2 different presidents. The former President Mahama, the current president. Onumpo de Obia, and people have touted him, say, or ye legal luminary will be living in Imbrani Ade. For 2016 BCNE, what is a president? Akujina baby akabibi about the Constitutional Review Commission's reports on that. Because when him say you implement even a quarter of that report now, a lot of 2 maybe few Amanyosem. And that's what they don't want. And I said, "Sa 2 minutes to few Amanyosem, Ghana be, and that's what they don't want." Current constitution are way, a political constitution. It was developed to protect politicians. And to say you migrated from political constitution to developmental constitution, so that it will protect citizens.
Rather than protecting
the politicians and now your leadership. Wo anankamiye petition against the war. Ordinary Ghanaian, I'm sure Senka special prosecutor Babe Diwichi. If it has to do with politicians, it will be difficult. What the issue, Eko Iyoko, you find it out. This how do you call it? Anti-corruption institutions are your. You find it, you go into Omu history, you find it out. How many of them, Ejuma Ben and Omaye, most of Ejuma Omaye now, how many of Ejuma Omaye are affected politicians? No. Because them kind the fundamental law, your constitution, your political constitution, a protected. Look, 2024 about to Ebabeti, Crusaders. Among other things I will share with Ghanaians. One thing we expect is a Ghanaian bia or make a decision on is that party bia beba on chain about half of the manifesto and the commitment is not based on going to the Constitutional Review Commission's report. No. So our party is not fit to lead.
Okay.
The very moment I be committed to the Constitutional Review Commission's report, Sammy, about 2/3 of Ghana's problem will be solved. And that is what we need. And yes, idea, you be call in circular, and then look at the amount of money I did my special prosecutor's office. Look at the amount of money I did call Yoko. Look at the amount of money I did call Shraj. Question I be say, the interest of the ordinary Ghanaian. Are these institutions protecting enough or not? Are they protecting it enough or not? Sir, corruption leader, leaker, you can say, special prosecutor say, or they babe today. Are you telling me, say, we don't have other institutions that they come out with leaks and all those things? Special prosecutor say, only nejuma eteso, only mejuma eteso ya. On put it on hold this so-called leak. Now, Uncle Fa. Auditor General's reports. Just the Auditor General's reports, keke. Uncle Fair, last year, dear, last 2 years, last 3 years, because crime has no expiry date. Uncle Fair, even all the way to about 10, 20 years ago, we will see the amount of money Ghana yebe recover. And a special president. The office will be so busy that he will even have the time to think and say, maybe a corruption leak.
Do you think maybe a kisi just 30 seconds? If you are so frustrated, I resign. Said the Martin media frustrated resign.
You see, what me expecting is Ghana. It is a leaders are more integrity. So what you are pointing to is BB. Now we do hormone environment it's not working. Now you fight it. We dirty so now it's not working now. Bra out na bra beka. Now because of my integrity, me the me too say to hormone.
Okay. Yeda say yera Emmanuel Wilson. Me say when said okay no we share otu mre chresie. Niama hodo we MPP manifesto. Niama hodo akoso no ankasa na dwuma watumi aye. Na indeed I've cited several mechanisms reminder or my Senate Akoma Office of the Special Prosecutor, reminding them about the petitions ahodwa omatumi de kwa home results ntumi enya embaye. But senke kwaye political opponent by this time kwa home results ene ke twama osisi antentententem na yerekwame nka message menu mi ensabi na yanko Chama David Botte wa Germany say o program was so far so good. Yen keep it up here that's papa. Yen nua John Agboja was Spain was so hwe dwumadi was so chair that's. Sanso nua junior kada was we are here to watch Nana Frimpoma ne de aba. I don't know. Yera Emmanuel ye that's papa crusaded against corruption. And him say we nyuma dosos by na nwumre was spend more than 2 hours with us. Amanyosem Jumedino Original TV that's